Baby, tell me if you like it. Like it.
Hi, welcome back. So, I'm a fraud. I am a fraud. I've probably been myself maybe 10% of the time in my whole YouTube career, and that led me to this video because I'm done. I'm finally like done, and I've been doing the work in my real life, and for some reason it just can't translate when I turn this camera on. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because us humans, we communicate with each other, and so whenever you're talking, you're getting a response back, whether it's body language, whether it's somebody talking back, whether it's just, eye-to-eye connection, and this camera does not allow me to have that. So if you don't know me personally, you would never know what my true personality or true way of living is. And when I first started this thing, I had no idea where it would be at, or like where it has taken off to. I literally started because I love fashion, and I had my fashion blog, and I was like, you know what? I was watching Dulce Candy at the time. She had a fashion blog. I was following Wendy's Lookbook. She had a channel, she had a fashion blog, and I was like, you know what? If these girls can do it, I can do it too. So I literally just cut these, but I'm probably gonna have to cut a little bit more because so I was like, okay, I can do it too. And I started off doing that, but really just never putting myself in it. Like, I would do what I thought was best, or act the way I thought was best, and put on, you know how we put on like more professional, whatever, whoever that is that comes when you're in a professional thing. It's like you could be out like cutting the shit with your friends, and then like if somebody boss call, you're like, hi, yes, hello, like you just turn it on. I really feel like that is what this camera has done to me, especially when it comes to my online persona. And that definitely translated into my real life. And I'm at the point now where I am no longer going to fear my greatness. I'm no longer going to fear who I am. And I noticed that not only on my YouTube channel, but in my real life, I was doing that. And so I wanted to share with you guys this video as to taking off all of these layers, and that still involves me. I am no expert when it comes to these videos, guys, but I am sharing with you as I'm on the journey. I'm like, okay, come on, hop on, like sis or bro or whoever who's watching, because it is so enlightening, and I can't just keep it all to myself. That's selfish, right? And so a part of that journey with me doing the work outside of this camera, I really want to do the work in front of this camera. Like, I don't want to be that, hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome, thank you for stopping. Like, I don't want to do that no more. Like, I don't want to do, I don't even know who that is. And it is so hard for me to, I don't know. No, it's not hard. I don't even know like why I'm saying that, because when you say stuff, you're putting it out in the universe, and that is what mirrors back to you. So it's not hard for me to be myself on this camera. It's not. I make it hard. I make that caney person be that caney person, and it's unnecessary. But I realize it is because of fear. I realize it is because of judgment. And the only reason why we are so good at judging other people is because we judge ourselves 24/7. We continuously judge ourselves over and over and over again. So it's easy for us to judge somebody walking down the street, or it's easy for us to judge another person's life decision or life choice, because we're constantly judging ourselves every day. And I feel like I only show my greatness in certain settings. Well, not now, but I only like would show a part of myself in certain social settings. And so how do we stop doing that? Okay, because I mean, of course, I know you guys just don't want to sit here and hear me ramble. Like, where's the tips? Like, what is this? I'm getting to the tips. Let me grab my phone. Actually, where do I want to start with this? I guess we'll start with judgment. So, what is judgment, right? Why do we even judge? And I was listening to this meditation video the other day, and I wrote this down because I think this is like the perfect description on like what we're actually doing when we're judging. So when we judge ourselves, we are holding certain parts of ourselves separate from us, right? So we're not considering whatever we're judging a part of us. We're holding it separate. And in doing that, when you hold certain parts of yourself separate, you can never be whole, right? Because those are parts of you. You're trying to push them away like they're not, and yet they are what makes you you. They are what is fundamentally a part of you. So you cannot be whole when you are trying to disassociate yourself from parts of yourself. And real self-love is holding the light and the dark together. Loving those parts of yourselves unconditionally that you previously held in judgment. And that made the light bulb go off, because I think in this whole journey of mine, the reason why I have been able to start to peel back and start to really blossom is because I started loving those parts of myself that I held separate. That is the true definition of being whole. That is the true definition of recognizing your greatness in all aspects, not only the things you're good at, but maybe the things that the norm might not think is so great. And we gotta stop that. Like, okay, you might love anime or something, but other people might think it's weird. That doesn't mean that that's not great. That's your greatness. That's something that you love. That's something that's a part of you. And so we are all different. There is no cookie cutter way to be. And I think the more we realize that, the more we will recognize our individual greatness and stop dimming it around people. Because of judgment. It's like, okay, that's something that you like, or that's something that you love, or that's a part of you. That doesn't make you any less of a great person or more of a great person. I think with judgment too, we like to tear each other down. I've heard this phrase a lot that's like, people want to be relatable. People want to be seen as equal. So the only way they can do that is relating through painful situations. Like, you ever heard that before? Like, you know, people will love a story of heartbreak or trauma versus a story of success. Why though? Like, why does that make me more human, the bad things that we can relate to, versus something great that happened to me, but that doesn't make, that's like, oh, you know, that's not relatable, that's not this. And there's so much judgment around it. The comparison, the judging, that is like such the thief of joy. And I don't want to sound cliche, but it really is, because Judging only makes you feel better about the things you don't like, which you should like them anyway. So it's like a revolving cycle. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna judge somebody else so that way I don't have to confront the things that I already judge within myself. That's ridiculous. So judgment, number one, scratch it, let it go. Stop judging yourself, stop judging other people, because that's the only way that you are going to magnify and amplify that greatness that you possess. I mean, it's just that simple. On to the next one, because I mean, that's just self-explanatory. But number two, why do we dim ourselves for people? Why do we shrink ourselves for people? This is a really eye-opening statement, and I've been told this before by a good friend of mine, that he's literally seen all of me. He knows my personality. He knows I am like this, and that. He knows how I am, truly. And not that we've spent a long time together. I've only met him when I moved down here, but because I feel safe in his presence, I was able to truly show my real self in any situation when we're around each other. So he knows me for who I am. And he asked me one day, he's like, why do you do that? Like, why do you shrink yourself around certain people? And I see it. I see when you go into this whatever person in order to make them feel superior or feel better about themselves. You don't overshine when there's certain people in the room. Why? And that kind of hit me because I never noticed that I did that as often as I probably do, you know. And I don't know, I never knew why. It wasn't even something that I was doing consciously. And I figured if I'm doing it, I know a lot of people are shrinking themselves and dimming their own light in certain social settings or around certain people or just in general. Like, take this YouTube channel, for example. I literally have been dimming myself and watering down my personality since I started this thing. Like, there's times where I pop out sometimes and it's very little. Prime example, the one video that I was more than 80% myself, because I still wasn't fully myself. It was way funnier off camera. But the only video that I truly actually was really like being me is my most popular video that has nothing to do with hair or clothes. It is a video of me doing a parody of twerking. But why? Because I was being myself, because I was being fearless, because I wasn't dimming my light, because I didn't give a fuck about putting that video up. I just did it, and it was me, and it was received, and it was funny, and it was just, and I'm like, and I saw that, and I saw, but I couldn't even accept it. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna start doing stuff like that now because that video blew up. But in reality, it wouldn't be doing stuff like that. It would literally just be being myself, like, and not dimming myself down, not being whatever I feel like I need to be for that person at that particular time, for this person. I know how to be a chameleon, and that's not a good trait. Not that you shouldn't be able to adapt in certain situations. That's something completely different. But dimming your own light and watering yourself down to make other people feel comfortable about you being in that space is not okay. It's not. It's not. And I am slowly taking that off. I don't know who put that hat on my head, but it's been stuck on there for a while. So that's number two. Honestly, take a look at yourself. See how you act. See how you turn it. And it could be one particular person that makes you feel that way. It could be just you not being able to accept it. But what are you afraid of? What are you fearful of? What are you Why, I think, is the real question. Why are you afraid to show your greatness? Are you afraid of failure? Are you afraid of success? Because that's a thing. Being afraid to actually succeed and what that comes with. That's scarier than failing at it. We fail every day. When you're late for work, you fail. You failed. You didn't do what you need to do to be there on time. We know what failing is like, but how many of us really know what success is? But when you flip that, we don't know what success is because we're measuring it wrong. We've been measuring it wrong. We've been told to measure it wrong. There's success all around us every single day, and yet we don't see it because it's not as grand as the society. If it's not grand, if it's not whatever by society's standard, it's not success. And so therefore, we have this idea of success that is so unattainable that we're afraid of it. We gotta stop, y'all. Like, we really gotta stop. Oh my God. What else do I have on here? I mean, that's really like what I have. I mean, the last thing, what do we do about it? What do we do? So how do we go about, okay, you said stop judging myself, have more self-love. Okay, these are all things that we've heard before. Okay, Kami, tell us something different. How do you do these things? You actually put in the work. Like, actually though. Not just saying something and complaining, because complaining and saying something, that doesn't show that you want true change. So take, for example, you don't like going to your job every day, right? But you still get up every day, you go, you turn down maybe someone reaching out about a working opportunity or another opportunity. You turn that down, you give excuses to that. Although you don't like waking up going to this place every single day. Even though you voice it, even though you say it, I don't like going here, I can't wait till I leave this job, I'm blah, 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 blah. You could even be looking for other jobs. You could be doing all this stuff. But because you still get up every day and go, subconsciously, you are telling the universe you are okay with it. It doesn't matter how much you talk about it. You don't do anything to show the universe that what you're saying is what you really mean. So your actions drive your reality. And that's just point blank, period. So how do you do it? You actually stop. You actually really stop. You actually get up and go to the gym every day if that's what you want. You actually leave that job and go take a leap out on faith and do other things if you want to change your life. You actually leave that person that you don't want to be with. Like, you actually do these things. We have the answer. We are everything we need. And I think when we realize that we are everything we need, we will realize we have the answers. And we are not stuck in this cycle of whatever that you're stuck in. Because everybody's in their personal hell. Everybody's going through their own personal things. And if I'm able to, like, climb up and pull myself out, best believe I got my hand down. And as many people that can hold on, please, let's do this together. Like, let's just stop being minute and being unsatisfied with life, and let's be great. Because that's what I'm trying to be. And whatever that great is to you, whatever that is by definition, and in no means does it mean materialistic living or minimalistic living or whatever. Your greatness is your greatness, but just make sure you show it and make sure you be you. Because that's what I'm trying to do. So I don't even know what that is. What does this mean? I did it last night. I'm rearranging my room here. I'm going from this room to this room, and so that's why it looks pretty empty. Don't worry, I'm gonna have a cute little filming setup real soon. But I was drinking some margaritas while I was doing that last night, and I was feeling it, and I just went downstairs. My mom was like, Anyway, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me a little bit for the first time. Yeah, that's just what it's about to be from now on. Like, I can't be that cookie cutter whatever. I can be that, trust. I can turn that bouge on real quick, but at a nice fancy restaurant, not sitting in my room filming a YouTube video. Like, these things are important to me, and I'm gonna start talking about them the way I want to. I'm gonna create the content I want to create now. Like, I was doing all of that stuff in the beginning, but I didn't find me in it. So as long as I'm finding me in it, we're Gucci. And I hope that you find yourself in this thing as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it made sense. I hope it was enlightening in some way. This is just really how I talk. Like, I don't write everything down in like step 1, step 2. Like, when I'm just flowing, I'm just flowing. So I really just want to have the videos like that from now on. I hope you're okay with it. And if you're not, ain't nothing I can do about it, you know. I love you guys. Peace and light, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.